Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Laura and I make homemaking content, lifestyle, cleaning videos, and a little bit of cooking videos. So today I'm doing a clean with me kitchen edition. So I'm going to be cleaning my sink, my dish strainer, the countertop next to my sink, and then I'm also going to do a pretty large fridge clean out. And right now I am starting with just washing the dishes because I obviously need a clean, empty sink to be able to clean my sink. So I'm going to start out by doing that. I hope everyone is doing well. We're kind of in the throes of summer now, at least where I am. I guess just meaning my daughter's finally out of school and we're kind of into the summer routine. She's still going to like camp full time, so it's not a whole lot different, but it was a little bit of an adjustment. So like I said, I hope everybody is doing super well and enjoying the summertime. The weather isn't super nice here yet. It's kind of rainy and still a little bit chilly, but I'm not going to complain too much. So this is my very dirty, messy sink. You can see like the food particles, and then it's got like it's almost like rust. I'm not exactly sure what those little brown spots are, but I'm first going to take everything off the sink and then obviously go ahead and get it nice and clean. Does anyone have a favorite product that they like to use when they clean their sink? So today I'm going to be using my Power Paste and then my Scrub Daddy. I like these two products for the most part. I think just my biggest complaint is sometimes it leaves like a little bit of a residue and I have to use like a microfiber cloth to wipe out the sink or like paper towels, which I'm sure that's just part of using the Power Paste. But anyway, so we're just going to get right to it. Very excited to get this done. Finally, it's taken me a long time to finally do this. I have been putting this off for so long. My kitchen is probably like the dirtiest place in my house. I don't know why I put it off for so long, but I'm starting to learn for myself. I feel really overwhelmed with having to do an entire room of cleaning. So along with like maintenance cleaning, like the dishes and cooking and things like that, and like general cleanup, I'm trying to do a little bit of deep cleaning now that, it's kind of like spring and summertime. Obviously, spring is pretty much over, but what's really helped me, and I think it's going to help other people too, is doing little tasks, little cleaning tasks at a time. So on this day, like I said, I did my sink. Another day I did this dish strainer and the countertop, and then I think in the same day I did the fridge because the countertop and the strainer obviously didn't take very long. But try it out and let me know if working in little sections has helped you with cleaning and helped you feel a little bit less overwhelmed. Finally, we are all done with cleaning the sink. I feel like it's not perfect, but it looks so much better. And whenever I would do dishes, I would just feel happy and proud that I was able to get this done. And I would like to do it a little bit more often, but life just gets really busy. So anyway, obviously there's still some little pieces left that I went ahead and dumped out. But this is what it's looking like when everything is put back in its place and it's looking like I said, just so much better than it did before. I also do baking soda and vinegar down the drain just because I don't have a garbage disposal. And sometimes it gets kind of, well, I'm guessing it would get like smelly down there, or if things get stuck. I always just do that and then I rinse it with hot water. Hopefully it's not bad for your sink, but I feel like it just helps with like any odors or bad smells or anything like that. So now I am putting everything away from my strainer, and then I'm going to clean off the counter. So over here, I just have the strainer, and then I have a fruit bowl, and then I have like a glass, like pickle jar is honestly what those jars are, old pickle jars that I put, like my daughter made flowers, and then well, paper flower, and then I have like some fake flowers that are just kind of like a springy, summery type color. I think it's like pink, yellow, and purple. So I am going to move that, but I do like to kind of keep that over there. And then if I don't have fresh flowers on my kitchen table, sometimes I'll switch those out just because I don't know, I feel like the aesthetic is kind of cute, and I just like to see flowers, whether they're real or fake. Obviously, I prefer real flowers, but sometimes they just don't always have them, or they don't always look good at the store. So I'm using a lemon vinegar cleaner. I got this at TJ Maxx, and I absolutely love the smell of this, you guys. It is just so like fresh and clean. It's not super overpowering like sometimes vinegar cleaners can be. It's just like a light scent, and I really like it. It doesn't linger for a while, and I feel like it doesn't have like that strong chemical cleaner smell, because I have another cleaner that honestly I don't reach for, and I probably should just throw away at this point. And I probably will once I get the chance to declutter underneath my sink, which I'm hoping one of my next videos will be decluttering some of the cabinets and like my snack cabinet in my kitchen, because I just really need to do that. It's been a while since I've done that, and I just want to, get some things cleaned out and kind of start fresh. And so right now I'm just going to clean off. I don't know why my camera did that weird, like, zooming in and out thing. So I'm sorry about that, but cleaning my dishwasher. The top of this was so incredibly dirty. I was so shocked at how nasty it was. And then I'm also just kind of doing the outside just to make sure everything's nice and clean. I didn't do the inside of my dishwasher because I did that recently. I had some like water in the bottom of it, and I called my maintenance, and they're like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal." But it made me feel a little bit uneasy. And my dishes, if anyone else has experienced this, please comment below. But my dishes kind of smell like wet dog sometimes. So I don't know what that's about, but my sister suggested like putting vinegar in some of the cycles, and then I also use rinse aid to kind of help. So there's obviously those streaks left, but my dishwasher, the inside does look a lot better. But I feel like this looks so much more organized, and it looks so much nicer. And now we are moving on to the fridge. You guys, I let this get so bad. You can see there's like jelly. I also have like an Asian sauce that I like make homemade, and that must have spilled because it is all over. My fridge is just totally disgusting, and it's just bad, as you can see. So I'm first going to start with taking everything out of the shell. Well, I guess let me pause. I'm first going to start by taking everything off of the front of the fridge, and then I'm just going to give it a nice wipe down. And then I'm going to go in and clean out the side, in the door, the side part of the fridge. Like I said, I'm losing my words today. Can't think of what I want to say, so I apologize for that, but I'm going to clean everything off and then take everything out of the side, put it all on the counter, and instead of like doing everything, I'm just going to do that one side. I just feel like it makes me feel less overwhelmed. I know it's really great if other people can like do everything at once and take everything out. And I don't really have a lot in there right now. I need to go grocery shopping, so that's why it looks so bare in there. But like I said, I just wanted to take this kind of slow and get a little bit done before I just take it. As you guys saw, I used my steam cleaner on those really tough, like stuck-on stains, like the jelly and then the Asian sauce that I had. And you guys, it worked wonders. It did such a good job of getting all of that up and just nothing feels sticky. And I feel like using the steam cleaner was a great way to get those things up and out of there, and then also kill bacteria. I didn't use any like harsh chemicals. Usually when I clean out my fridge, the last time I used like Clorox wipes, and I don't know how good that is for your health to have, you know, those kind of chemicals sitting in there even after you're done cleaning it. To be honest with you, I haven't done enough research to know if that's good or if it really affects your health, but I feel like the steam cleaner worked so well. I don't think it affected the temperature of my fridge at all, so I was like really happy. That was such a great method. If you guys don't have a steam cleaner, I would highly suggest getting one. I will link the one I have below. It's great. It holds a lot of water. It doesn't really leak unless you tip it upside down. I really don't have a lot of complaints with it. It has a super long cord, and it's just, I've used it so many times, it's already gotten its money's worth. I feel like it was around like $30 or $40. It might be a little bit more expensive now, but it was totally worth it. I used it in my kitchen. I've used it on my windows, my patio door. If you guys haven't checked out those videos, you absolutely should, because it helped get those so super clean. So as you could see, the rest of my fridge was super dirty as well. So I took everything out, and now I'm just going to wash the containers that I put like my cheese and my butter in. Sometimes just like miscellaneous items like lunch meat or things that need to be chopped up, whatever, in those. And then also the mats I have in here. This just kind of makes things like a little bit more organized for me, the mats, and does like if anything spills, I can just take out the mat and clean it. So I do like having these in here for the most part. As you guys saw, I didn't have to work super hard to get these spots up. I just put the steamer right on them, let the hot water do its work, and it pretty much got them all up. And then I just have a lot of like pieces of food. That's just so gross, you guys. Oh my goodness. And then I also didn't realize I took out, or I can take out, like a whole entire shelf. And I feel like that really helped because down here, those are like my fruit and veggie drawers. And then that shelf, there was just so much junk behind it. It was just nasty. And there's obviously like a crack in the bottom of my fridge, but I don't know what that's from. It's not from me. I'm pretty sure it was already here. But this is everything when I'm done. It just looks so fresh and clean. And every time I open my fridge, I'm just like so much happier. It just looks so much better. And so now I'm just going to put everything back in, try to organize it the best I can. And doing this, I was like, oh my gosh, I hardly have anything in this fridge, which I feel like that's a perfect time to clean it out because it's honestly hard enough to take everything out. And I don't really like my items like sitting out on my counter for kind of an extended period of time. So I was glad that there wasn't a whole lot in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean out these drawers. They're looking pretty disgusting. This one doesn't look as bad, but this one, the other one was pretty bad. So I went ahead and finished that, and then I'm going to put them back, obviously. And this is what my fridge looks like when we're all done. So much better, nice and organized and clean. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos to see part 2, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.